Tennessee, who my dad, y'all know, y'all got that piece together. Mel Tillis, everybody. We got Mel Tillis fans out there tonight, I know we do. They broke the mold, y'all. They broke the mold. He was really, he was something else. And we lost him about 6 years ago. And if you've lost a parent or anybody close to you, I don't have to explain that to you, what that's like. I lost both my parents within a very short time period. That was a hard, dark night. But and it's my firm conviction that the world is a lot less funny without Daddy. You can still see him. He's got a comedy record on, I think it's on all the streaming things. He had a comedy record. I just dare you to go get it. You got to hear it. It's hilarious. I heard those stories so many times and they still would make me laugh. It's called You Ain't Gonna Believe This. And I highly recommend it. It might be a great stocking stuffer or just something to play if your relatives are driving you crazy over the holidays. It's a good tension buster. I'll tell you a little story. I was out on the road with him one time and funny things happened. We were up in a casino up in the Northeast, up in Minnesota, and this lady came up to me in the autograph line back when we could sign autographs and didn't worry about catching anything. Anyway, she came up to me and she had this package with her box and it had serial numbers and she was carrying it very carefully like it was something really important. And she asked me if I'd sign it and I said, oh sure, I'll sign it, no problem. And I'm signing, and all of a sudden my curiosity got the better of me. I said, by the way, I said, what's in here? She said, it's Dad. You can't make that stuff up. You really can't. That happened. That happened. Later on that night, I got on the bus and I went to sleep and I must have been having some kind of crazy dream, imagine that. And I woke up with a start and I bumped my head on the top of the bunk. We kind of been doing that a lot lately. I don't know why. But anyway, that particular night I did that, I bumped my head and I just laid there and all of a sudden I thought, what a way to get out of buying a ticket. That was what came into my mind. Anyway, she looked over at Daddy, she said, will he sign it? And I said, oh yeah. And she walked over, she said, Mr. Tillis, so cool to meet you. And she said, I'd be honored if you'd sign this. And this is the part of the story I'm not proud of. She said, ask her, what's in it, Daddy? I think the spirit of a really bad 10-year-old girl came over me. Anyway, he said, what's in it? And she said, it's Dad. He couldn't talk the rest of the night. He had trouble with that. And he had a lot of trouble with that talking stuff in the early days of his career. And back to my original story, a lady that gave him one of his first breaks in Nashville was we called her Mrs. Cannon. It was Sarah Ophelia Cannon, but the world knew her as Minnie Pearl. Yeah, and she took Daddy out on the road to make a little extra milk money, and she featured him in a number because she loved his singing, but she caught on to the fact that he wasn't talking before the song and he wasn't talking after it. He was letting another young man who was in the band at that time, you're not going to believe this, Roger Miller, played fiddle. And a lot of people don't know that chapter, but Daddy was so bashful about his speech impediment that he was, when he finished his song, Roger would step back up to the mic and say, Mel Tillis says, thank you. And it's really something. She came, Miss Minnie, and I was a baby, but this is the way it was told to me. She pulled him aside one night after a show, and she said, Melvin, what is this about? She said, if you're going to learn to be an entertainer, you're going to have to learn to talk to the people. And she said, don't worry about it. They'll always laugh with you. They won't laugh at you. She said, the world loves somebody who knows how to laugh at themselves. And it turned out to be a game changer. He took it to heart, and the light came on, all those things. And I would tell you, this is something I'm so proud of, other than the legacy of his wonderful humor and music. He went on to become the spokesperson for the Stuttering Foundation. And I've had so many people come up to me that had a stuttering impediment, speech impediment, and they've told me how much his example meant to them. So I'm real proud of that. But I'm going to do a song, first of all, in honor of Miss Minnie, because if it hadn't been for her, the Pam Tillis story and the Pam Tillis story would have turned out a whole lot differently. You got it, sweetheart. Mama said, "Oh, Ophelia, are you dreaming tonight of a faraway stage with your name up in lights?" She said, "Oh yes, Mama, something's calling me, but it's not a dream, it's my destiny." She said, "I ride a mule on a train, engine laughing, road may be long, but it ain't gonna stop me." She didn't know it would lead to the heartbreak, making people laugh. Oh, year after year, every week at the rhyming, she had them laughing till she had them crying. They had a star in the world and a diamond in a $2 hat. Star in the world,